everyone, it's Miss Mac here with another special video. This time we're talking about how to make a mask at home, even if you don't know how to sew. This video was created in collaboration with Ruth Cristino. Before we get started, just a couple of reminders. First, medical masks are in short supply these days, and especially if you don't have the virus or any symptoms, you shouldn't use them. Next, an at-home mask is not a replacement for social distancing. Remember to continue to follow guidelines set by your local officials on social distancing requirements. So here's what you'll need in order to create your mask. For option number 1, which requires a little bit of sewing, you'll need several 6 by 10 inch pieces of fabric. You'll need scissors, safety pins, and a needle and thread. For our non-sewing option, you'll need a bandana or a t-shirt or a large piece of fabric if you have it, hair ties or rubber bands, and scissors. Let's start with option number 1, which requires just a little bit of simple sewing. For your first step, cut your fabric into 6 by 10 inch pieces of fabric, depending on the thickness. You'll want 1 to 3 pieces of fabric. The thicker the better for filtering air, but you don't want to make it so thick that it's uncomfortable and hot when you wear it. Next, assemble your fabric. Stack the pieces of fabric that you cut on top of each other. Then, fold over the 10-inch sides and secure them with pins. This should create a hem on either side of your folded stack of fabric, just like Ruth has here in the picture on the bottom. Next, you're going to begin to sew. Stitch the edge of the fold on your 10-inch side into the main fabric, creating a clean hem. Do the same thing on the other side. Once you've created a hem on both sides of your 10-inch fabric, it should look like the image on the bottom. Now you'll create the straps for your ears. In order to do this, lay a piece of string in the 6-inch side of your fabric. The string should be about 25 to 30 inches in length, depending on how big your head is. Fold the fabric over the 6-inch side and secure it with pins. Then, stitch the edge of the fold on the 6-inch side to the main fabric, creating 2 more clean hems. Make sure that you do this on both sides. Next, you will adjust your final product. In order to do this, tie knots in your string on both sides in order to avoid the string sliding through the channel that you created. Once you've tied the knots, it should look like the image on the bottom. When you're ready to wear your mask, adjust the straps over your ears and wear your mask over your nose and your mouth. Your final mask should look something like the image at the top. Let's move on to method number 2, which doesn't require any sewing. For your first step, cut your fabric. Cut your t-shirt or your piece of fabric so that you have a large rectangle. It's recommended that your rectangle is 20 inches in length. If you're using a t-shirt like I did, cut off the sleeves and the collar. Next, begin to fold your fabric. Fold your fabric long ways like a hot dog, and keep folding your fabric until you run out of space. But make sure that this is at least 3 folds. Also make sure that your folds are at least 3 inches apart so that when you put your mask over your nose and your mouth, it's able to cover both. Next, you'll create the ear loops for your mask. To do this, use hair ties, and the looser the hair ties, the better. Slide your folded fabric through the ties and leave several inches in the middle of your ties. When you're done making your ear holes, it should look like the picture on the bottom. Next, open a hole on one side of your folded fabric. Feed the other side of your folded fabric into that hole. Once your fabric is fed into the opening, secure it in place with a safety pin or a hairpin. I didn't have any safety pins, so I used a bobby pin and it worked fine. Now you're ready to adjust your final product. To wear your mask, pull on the hair ties and pull them behind your ears. Wear your mask over your nose and your mouth. All right, everyone, we hope that was helpful. Below this video, you'll find some links to other resources of how people have created masks at home. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked this content, hit the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button on your way out. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for helping us stop the spread.